to the Dallas Cowboys with their pathetic 5-5-1 record. Congratulations! You beat the defending Super Bowl champions, something Dak Prescott and Pickett will never be. You'll never be Super Bowl champions. You'll always be part of a loser franchise called the Dallas Cowboys. And CeeDee Lamb, keep dropping those footballs against every team you play, even the crappy the Las Vegas Raiders. You were dropping the ball nonstop. And for whatever reason, whenever he plays my Eagles, he becomes a big Eagles fan and just loves to drop the football. That's why they stopped throwing to you and threw to Pickett, because Pickett can actually catch the football. CeeDee Lamb is a joke. It's hilarious that I see people online, like some Dallas Cowboys fans and other weirdos online saying, "Oh, CeeDee Lamb's one of the best receivers in the NFL." No, he's not. The Pickett guy is catching all the freaking footballs. CeeDee Lamb is dropping footballs in almost every game I've seen him in. Specifically against my Eagles, but I saw him looking pretty pathetic against the Raiders at times too. I know that one was a weird throw when it was like very low. That's different on the Raiders game, but CeeDee Lamb, who? Pickett is the man. But anyways, who cares about the loser Dallas Cowboys with their fan base that acts like they won the Super Bowl before they do every single year. And this year they think at 5-5-1 they're magically going to make a playoff run. Really? You still got to go through the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans, and your team's not going to beat either of them most likely, because those defenses will shut you down. I don't know what the hell the Eagles were doing today. Did they look in the crowd and like, oh, look at those cute little kids. I guess we decided to choke today. I guess we're not going to have any energy. We blew our load in the first half. I don't even know how many yards the Eagles had in the second half against that Dallas defense that still has question marks, that's still not very good. I know they got Quentin Williams. That's like the only piece on their defense that's actually pretty tough. Like, give me a break. What the hell were the Eagles doing today? Anyways, maybe the Eagles are better at number 2 seed. Anyways, they did win the Super Bowl last year as the number 2 seed. So, congratulations, Dallas Cowboys. You may have prevented the Eagles from getting the number 1 seed. And the number 1 seed's a curse anyways, because usually when these teams have bye weeks and they come back, these other teams have been playing and they've been adjusted to the game, and that's why they get the momentum, and that's why a lot of teams that had that bye week, that the number 1 seed, get upset. And that's been happening a lot lately, I think, in recent history. So, yeah, okay, Rams, be happy you got the number 1 seed. It might actually be a curse at the end of the day. Yeah, am I bitter? I sure am. Anyways, let's move on. In this game, we have Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. It's Turkey Day. Yay! You like your turkey, guys? We have the Green Bay Mother-Loving Packers against the Detroit Lions. And this game can go either way. Earlier this season, the Packers completely humiliated the Detroit Lions in Green Bay. So I think these two teams are pretty much very even and very close in skills. I'm going to take the home team. This has nothing to do. I don't have any hatred for the Packers. I don't have any hatred for the Lions. If this was in Green Bay, I'd be taking Green Bay, but it's in Detroit on Thanksgiving. It might be a little bit. Some people will say there won't be added pressure, blah, blah, blah. I think the Lions find a way to win this game. Typically, divisional opponents split. Just like you saw with the Dallas Cowboys, the legendary 5-5-1 team that's magically going to make the playoffs when there's all these other teams like the Packers and the Lions in front of them that have much better records. Because Dallas has 5 losses, it's going to be 6 soon, and they have a pathetic draw that's probably going to end up hurting them at the end of the season. So, yeah, whatever. Dallas stinks still. Oh, Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys, we know the Chiefs are going to go in there, and unlike the Eagles, who like to blow 21-point leads and like to be, oh, look at the cute little cake in the crowd. We got to lose. We got to lose for them, right, Eagles? Well, I don't think Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to go in there and be like, oh, look at the little cute kids. We're going to blow our lead. They're not going to blow their lead. They're going to beat the crap out of Dallas Cowboys, and the Chiefs are headed to the playoffs, unlike the Dallas loser Cowboys, who always are losers every single freaking year. I'm sick of their fan base acting like they win. Dallas Cowboys, you know what? They're Super Bowl champions in the preseason. Congratulations, you're a loser team. You'll always be a loser team. It's been like 30 fucking years since you've won a Super Bowl. What was it, like 1996? Shit. Okay, next game we have is the Bengals and the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens. The Ravens, much better football team. The Ravens are fighting for a playoff spot. they're a much better team in the AFC side. This is actually a real football team right here, unlike the Dallas Cowboys, who have a caca defense, and they're lucky that the Eagles just like to choke on dicks for whatever reason that is. I'm so pissed about that loss. What kind of bullshit is that, Eagles? Looking in the crowd, oh, look, they're cute kids. Oh, I guess we gotta give them some sympathy and just like Dallas come back. I think they said that was like the second or the first time Dallas ever came back from being 21 points down against an opponent. Like, that's pathetic, guys. You losers. You freaking losers. But don't worry, the Eagles, they're at home in this game and on Black Friday. They're going to make it up to their fans, and they're going to beat the Bears. Probably going to be a closer game than it should be. But the Bears are finding ways to win these games lately, and they're doing very good. They actually beat a fairly good Pittsburgh Steelers team. But the Pittsburgh Steelers team does have defensive problems. Like, Steelers, they have the most expensive defense in the NFL. They should be playing a lot better than they are. The Eagles just blew that lead against Dallas Cowboys. They're going to be really motivated in this game. I think my Eagles are going to win this game. I hope they do. We'll see. We'll find out who really wants this game. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't look like the Eagles really wanted it in Dallas. Because Dallas played like they wanted it more. And the Eagles, poopy the bed all over the TV. Everybody was like, what are the Eagles doing? What the fuck are they doing? Why are they blowing this game? They can't do anything in the second half. Almost like Dallas completely figured out your offense, your makeshift offense that's a joke. Just looking like a complete joke. I don't understand. I don't know. I used the wrong terminology right there. Makeshift is usually with players that aren't supposed to be out there, all right? That's an incorrect term I used. Whatever it was, it just looked disgusting. It was nasty. Does our offensive coordinator stink that much? Or is Jalen Hurts a little bit overrated? I have no idea. He looked like he was playing pretty good in the first half. What the hell happened in the second half? What the fuck were the Eagles doing? Did they run out of gas on the offensive side of the ball? It was terrible. And the defense, they were letting Dallas do a lot in the second half. I don't understand what the hell happened in the game. But the Eagles will win this game, hopefully. I am not in a good mood right now. That was an awful loss. Now we get to hear their fan base on the Dallas side act like they're going to the Super Bowl this year when they have a pathetic 5-5-1 record. And that draw is going to hurt you at the end of the day. It definitely is. And you're not beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to come in you're freaking in Dallas and actually do what the Eagles should have done. Ooh, you're bitter. I sure the hell am bitter. Dude, am I hiding it? I'm not. I'm pissed. I'm mad. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams against Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers play tonight. They're 6-5, respectable, better than they normally are, and maybe people are underrating the Panthers to some degree, and the Panthers do play pretty good at home, but I do expect the Rams to win this game. The Monday night game has not been played yet. The Rams and 49ers play tonight. I have the 49ers winning that game, but I would not be shocked if the Panthers upset. But I would still take the Rams in this game because you see what the Rams just did with the Buccaneers? I actually expected the Rams to beat the crap out of the Buccaneers because the Buccaneers are dealing with a lot of injuries and they don't look like the same team like at the start of the season. They look like they were much better at the start of the season. I don't know, probably because they were a lot healthier. But the Rams, they're what the Eagles should be, but they're not. The Eagles aren't the Rams. The Rams right now are the best team in the NFC. I don't know what my Eagles are. Sometimes they show bright spots and they look like, well, they could be one of the best teams in the league. But right now, the Rams are playing really great football. You got to give it to them. I'm expecting the Rams to win this game. I think they probably win by more than 10 points. The Panthers might put up a fight since the Panthers are pretty tough at home sometimes. If the Panthers run Rico Dowdle a lot, they could make this game pretty tough. But I still got the Rams by at least 10 points or more. Because I think the Rams are one of the best teams in the NFC. I think they are the best team in the NFC, personally. San Francisco 49ers at the Cleveland Browns. I'll take the 49ers in this game, but I really got to see what they do tonight. It's going to be tonight. I'm sorry. It's 1:06 a.m. in the morning. But anyways, I got the 49ers this. I'm not taking the Browns. I think the Browns won today, right? They beat the Raiders. Congratulations, Browns. Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. This should be a fascinating game. I gotta imagine the Colts are gonna bounce back, but the Texans, who knows? This would be a very, very insane game. This might be a field goal game. But I'm gonna take the Colts coming off a loss to the Chiefs because the Colts are back at home. The Colts are one of the best teams in the AFC. So does the Texans have bright spots on their defensive side, but I still question that Texans offense. The reason that Texans offense looked really good because the Bills were dealing with injuries on their defense, and I don't know how good the Bills' defense was even before that, really, because they had that one stinker against the Ravens. I think that was the first game of the season, so sometimes you gotta ignore those games. But for some reason, that stuck in my head with the Bills' defense. I don't know. I know you're supposed to be like, well, defense has improved throughout the season. I mean, your Eagles were giving up some points against the Cowboys in the first game of the season, then they started shutting teams down later on. But anyways, I'm gonna go with the Colts at home. This could go either way, but I'm gonna go with the Colts. Probably by 3 points, probably a field goal, but I got the Colts. I have the New Orleans. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'll take the Dolphins in this game. I'm not taking the Saints. The Saints are bad. Saints just lost to that Falcons team that one week will look good and then look completely like crap against certain teams. So I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins in this game. I think the Miami Dolphins. I think not Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's the Patriots coach. This is Mike McDaniels. I think Mike McDaniels and the Dolphins are fighting for their jobs. The players on their teams, two and all of them. I got the Dolphins in this game. The Saints are really bad, and also it's at home, so Miami should win the game. Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. I'm sorry. See, this is the joke. I'm going to go with the Falcons. You know what's going to happen. They're going to lose to the Jets, because that's what the Falcons do. When you pick them to win, like last week, I didn't pick them to win. So, you know what? They won. I'm going to go with the Falcons in this game. I don't know who's starting this game. Kirk Cousins, he probably had a decent game. I didn't get to see the game. I was watching a horror movie. It was somebody's birthday today, so I watched Happy Birthday to Me with people so they could watch a horror movie or whatever or something like that on somebody's birthday. Isn't that kind of weird? Why would I do that? That was a weird pick of a movie. I don't know why I picked that movie. That was weird. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. Next game of the Arizona Cardinals at the Buccaneers. Cardinals are also a weird team. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. They're kind of like the Atlanta Falcons. Some they have similar records too, kind of 4-7-3-8. Similar enough. Anyways, I'm gonna take the Buccaneers at home. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. I'll go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, the Titans are. I mean, this is a divisional game, so they might put up a fight, but I think the Jaguars are a much better football team, in my personal opinion. So I'm just going to go with them. Next game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. I'll take the Seattle Seahawks. I don't trust the Vikings. The Vikings just got blown up by their divisional opponent, the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings are one of the worst teams in the league. They're just as bad as the Falcons. I think the Falcons beat them, too. Like, if you lose to the Falcons, yeah, you're not a very good team if you lose to the Falcons. No offense. And Jets stink, so yeah, I got the Falcons in that game. But anyways, the Vikings, Seahawks, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are one of the best teams in NFC. The Raiders and the Chargers game, I'll take the Chargers. It's a divisional game, but it's in Los Angeles, and the Raiders one of the worst teams in the league. They just lost to the Browns. The Bills at the Steelers, I will take. Oh my God. This is a crazy game. This could really go either way. This is the weird thing about this is like, yeah, I don't know. I know the Bills got some injuries. I think I don't know about the Steelers' status if they're dealing with some injuries, but the Bills, I think if they get some offensive and defensive players hurt on the last game they had against Houston. Because Houston plays teams tough, and you probably come out with some injuries with that style that the Houston plays against teams. I'm not confident. I'm gonna go with the Bills. The Steelers, I think the Steelers really needed that game against the Bears. I think they blew it. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Ravens are taking that NFC. I mean, I'm sorry, not NFC. I'm sorry, AFC. What is that? Are they AFC East? They should be technically, right? Yeah. Not AFC North, right? Oh, they're AFC North. Hey, AFC East is the Jets and all them, right? I don't know why I got that mixed up. Probably because I'm tired and it's early in the morning, whatever. Yeah, but I'm going to take the Bills. I'm not trusting the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are very good. I think the Bills have question marks, too. This is a team. I mean, this is a game between two teams with question marks. We'll see who wins it, but I'm going to take the Bills. Next game we have is the Broncos Commanders. I'm taking the Denver Broncos. They're a much better football team. Obviously, Commanders. Why am I calling them the Commanders? I'm sorry. The Denver Broncos are much better than the Washington Redskins. So I'm going to take the Denver Broncos over the Washington Redskins. we're going to always call them the Washington Redskins, so you lefty faggots that ruin this sport, and with your, we get offended by me, we always get offended, while you chop off little kids' wee-wees and you chop off little girls' boo-boos. You're disgusting. I hate the fucking Democrat Party, and I hate you fucking sickos on the left. But yeah, they're the Washington Redskins, but I'm going to take the Denver Broncos to beat the Washington Redskins, because the Redskins are not very good. It's a bad year for them. The New York Giants at the New England Patriots. This game probably will be interesting just because there's history between these two teams. And the Giants did just play the Lions pretty tough. I think this will probably be a more interesting game than people expect for a Monday Night Football game between a 2-10 and 10-2 team. But at the end of the day, I do get the Patriots. I'll take the Patriots probably by I don't know, like 6 points probably, or whatever. I think it's going to be closer than it should be. It really shouldn't be close, because I think the Patriots are that much better of a team. But I just think, like, this is just a weird thing where it's like, oh yeah, remember that Super Bowl between the two? And then they're just going to be, like, playing close when it, I don't know, just I feel like some weird close game for some weird reason. Anyways, I still got the Patriots in the game. They should win this game. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. I'll try to get through this as fast as possible because I got something to do. But anyways, yeah, 5-1 Dallas Cowboys. Apparently they're going to the Super Bowl, everybody. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. They beat the Oakland Raiders. They had to come back against the Eagles with a 21-point deficit. Aren't the Cowboys a legendary Super Saiyan? Will Dak Prescott ever get to the Super Bowl? Never! Can you imagine Dak Prescott in the Super Bowl? Dak Prescott is a talented quarterback, but you know, he's got some pretty good receiver weapons, except CeeDee Lamb, who drops the football all the time. But, yeah, I don't think I expect Dak Prescott to be in the Super Bowl this year. Leave a comment, Dallas Cowboys fans, telling me how stupid I am and how your team's going to go on a run and just win the rest of their games. And, you know, they're going to make it, guys. They're going to do it, right? Yeah. You guys are going to have what? You're going to have... You guys are going to do it. Do it.